Friends, I want to show you guys some of the things on Lexia that you may not have known were there, and so that we know how we can use Lexia appropriately. So we know that for all of us, we have a goal of how many minutes we need to be on Lexia per week for us to be successful. So whenever you guys log in, you're going to see your goal, and then whenever you're logging out, you're going to see how many minutes you have gained over in the top right-hand corner. This side over here is how many units you've completed this week. Now, every student should complete 12 units a week. So this tells us whether or not you're using Lexia appropriately, because if I'm not actually working appropriately on Lexia, I'm not going to pass any units. So down here shows you what levels you're on. Whenever you guys get to where you're logging in, you're going to see a screen that looks a little bit like this. This is for lesson 15, and I wanted to point out some of the things on here that you may not have known. So whenever you are clicking whichever skill badge you want to start to work on, these little broken up pieces on the outside of this skill badge show us the number of units that you guys have completed. So here you can see that they have completed several units for sight word 7. So this shows us that she is very close to finishing this skill badge. And you guys have already figured out that whenever you have finished a skill badge, it shows up and it's blocked so that you can't actually click it anymore. Now, whenever I'm logging out, we know that we have to click this red X 2 or 3 times depending on which system you're on. So you have to click that red X. Now, whenever you guys are actually on your guys' screen and you are participating in Lexia and you are listening and learning to what's being said, some of the things that you want to make sure that you are aware of is that if I didn't hear the prompt that the teacher is telling me, you can always press this little icon that has a speaker on it, or you can click the question mark if you aren't sure what you're supposed to do. Over here on the left side, you're going to have a little apple icon. This apple icon is kind of something for you to know that if it turns red, that means that the teacher also has been notified that you aren't understanding the concept. So if I'm just clicking and clicking and clicking and getting it incorrect, the teacher just received a notification if it's red, which tells us that maybe you don't understand. But it's hard whenever some students are just clicking right on through. Now, this little green line that's going across shows you your progress through the unit. So you actually want to make sure that whenever you're exiting out of Lexia, that your unit bar goes all the way across. Now, whenever it goes all the way across, that's a great time to click and exit out of Lexia. The color, if you guys haven't noticed, the color also tells you where you are in Lexia. So you can kind of see here they showed you that whenever it's green, you should know that you are being successful in Lexia. If it is blue, that tells you that you first made a mistake and it's trying to help you become a better learner and it's teaching you at a point there. If the unit bar is yellow, that tells the teacher, hey, I need some help, but it also is trying to be that teacher for you. So that's when it's very important to be listening so that you can hopefully get to where you didn't even need the teacher to come in and help you, that you can have Lexia be your teacher. Now, I know that you guys can be successful with Lexia, and that's what we're going to be practicing this week.